Alright, so now that we have an understanding of logarithms and how they work, we're going to look at some laws or properties of logarithms. So starting with, says let b be the base of a logarithm function. Your base has to be positive, greater than 0, and it cannot equal 1, and let m and n be positive numbers. So we have four laws that we're going to use. If you notice, the first one says log base b of m times n. So if you are multiplying two numbers or two variables, that is going to be equal to the log base b of m plus the log base b of n. So we separate the m and the n and you add them together in log form. Alright, our second law, log base b of m divided by n. So if there is division, we separate the m and the n and we subtract. So it's log base b of m, whatever was in your numerator, minus log base b of n. Alright, our next one, log base b of m raised to the k power. So if you have an exponent right there, what happens is that k ends up just going out front, and we have k times log base b of m. Then our last one is anytime that you have log base b of b. So if the base is the same thing of what we're taking the log of, then it just equals 1. Or for example, log base m of m, so if those two are the same number or the same variable, it will always equal 1. Alright, so now let's take a look at some examples and apply those laws that we just saw. Our first example, it says log base 3 of mn raised to the 5th power. So mn is being raised to the 5th power. So let's go ahead and rewrite that first, is log base 3 of m to the 5th power, n to the 5th power. That exponent can go into both the m and the n. Alright, because we were multiplying two things that we were taking the log of, we will separate them with addition. So we have log base 3 of m to the 5th plus log base 3 of n to the 5th. And now the next law that gets applied is we have an exponent. So we will just remember anytime you have that exponent, it's going to go out front. So that is equal to 5 times the log base 3 of m plus, again, this exponent will go out in front of this, 5 times the log base 3 of n. And that is the answer we're looking for. Alright, example 2, log base 3 of the 4th root of m cubed n. So that kind of looks a little bit like a mess. So let's clean up the 4th root. We can use a rational exponent. So log base 3 of m cubed n raised to the 1/4 power. Then we'll go ahead and bring that 1/4 power into the m and the n. So that gives us log base 3. Now when we bring it into the m, we're going to multiply 3 times 1/4 and we get 3/4. And then when you bring it into the n, it's n to the 1/4. Alright, so now we're taking the log of two variables that we're multiplying, so we will separate this out with addition. We're going to say log base 3 of m to the 3/4 plus log base 3 of n to the 1/4. And then the last thing we're going to do is we have those exponents. Those exponents are going to go out front. So we have 3/4 log base 3 of m plus 1/4 log base 3 of n. And then the reason that we know we're done with these, if we look back at the directions, The directions said to express each logarithm in terms of log base 3 of m and log base 3 of n. So we wanted to get it simplified down to that part. So here's our log base 3 of m, log base 3 of n. And over here we have our log base 3 of m, log base 3 of n. Alright, so we're going to look at two more examples in our intro video. Here we can tell we are dividing and we have an exponent. So let's bring in our exponent first. So that's going to give us log base 3 of m to the 5th over n to the 5th. Now that we are dividing, we have a law of logs, or a law of logarithms, that tells us you take log base 3 of the numerator, m to the 5th, minus log base 3 of n to the 5th. And then we want to keep going till we get log base 3 of m, or log base 3 of n, so that exponent's going out front on both of those. So this should give us our final answer. We have 5 times the log base 3 of m minus 5 times the log base 3 of n. Alright, last one over here. So this one has a couple of the laws combined. So, first we have our division. So we have log base 3 of 1 minus log base 3 of mn. Alright, so log base 3 of 1, if we think about what that's going to equal off on the side for a second, what we have here is log base 3 of 1 is equal, what's the value of that? That's equal to x. Remember from our last lesson, we would go around 3 to what power is equal to 1, and this one has a value of 0. So what that tells us is this entire log base 3 of 1 is equal to 0. Alright, minus, now let's evaluate, let's see what's going on here. Well, we are multiplying m times n, so that means that, and I'm gonna throw this in here we go. Alright, I'm gonna throw this in parentheses. We have log base 3 of m plus, because of that multiplying, remember our law tells us to add, log base 3 of n. So how do we simplify this? We have 0 minus both of these, so basically, remember the little trick where we think of that like a -1, it gets distributed to both, and our final answer is going to be a -1 times the log base 3 of m, or negative log base 3 of m, and then -1 times the other one is minus log base 3 of n. Alright, tonight's song is from another one of my top 3, probably my second favorite band actually. This band out of Oregon that you've probably never heard of. They're considered a country/folk/rock band. And the song I'm going to play is the first song that caught my attention from them, and I kind of just fell in love and have enjoyed everything I've heard from them since.
I've been feeling in the way, kinda underfoot on a Saturday. The sun, it don't mean to hurt, I guess, but the bright light's harsh when you're trying to rest. I know you've been working some overtime in your granddad's kitchen, try to make it out. The old joke stands, cause it's true, I guess, that when you find what you're looking for, you want it less. Cause baby, I'm on the make, in my old sport coat, and my head it aches. Drinking too much tonight, and it ain't right. And a brand new coat of paint on this broke down palace couldn't compensate for the things I never really said to make you stay. Cause I love the way you walk